Welcome to FNaF News. I'm your host, the TNT Muffin, and today we're going to be talking about Funko, Youtooz, Hex, the FNaF 2 movie, and more. Starting off with the Youtooz news, they just released a new wave of plushies featuring the FNaF 3 characters. Now these plushies are actually pretty interesting looking. We haven't seen them before this as far as I can tell. There was also a FNaF 3 print, but it sold out pretty much immediately, unfortunately. So you can no longer get that, but it does look pretty cool. And along with the FNaF 3 plushies, they also released a weighted Freddy plush, just like the Roxanne Wolf one they did in the past. We have also gotten some new reveals from Youtooz, like a small look at this Mexies plush they're making, which actually looks pretty nice. I like the details they've got there on the face, and I'm curious to see what the rest of the plush is gonna look like. Youtooz also recently just did a Q&A where they told us the next wave of stuff is going to be the Nightmares, which they're hoping to release in May, and after that they're going to be working on Secret of the Mimic merchandise. Now that's gonna be pretty cool. I think Secret of the Mimic has a lot of really cool character designs. A Jackie figure could be pretty sweet, especially if they have it like coming out of the box. I think that could be pretty sick. Other characters as well. I'm very curious to see what they make. Another thing they told us is they're working on stuff for the FNaF 2 movie, confirming an Afton plush is going to be made. We got an image of part of this wave being the toy Freddy figure, which looks pretty good from this drawing. It's cool that we're finally getting the FNaF 2 characters. We've been waiting a while, so I am happy to see toy Freddy. And speaking of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, we have of course recently gotten tons of news on the film. There was very recently a convention called CinemaCon, which had Blumhouse there. Jason Blum went on stage dressed as toy Freddy, wearing the full suit, which is kind of insane. This is basically our first, like, good look at the suit. You know, we got that little poster before, but you couldn't see much of him. And now we get the entire character there. So that's so awesome. I bet it was crazy for the people getting to see it in person. I wish I was there, man. Not only did he show off this suit, but he also gave us some huge news on the movie, like the trailer that I'm sure we all have seen by now. If you haven't, I will be playing it on screen. It was a really cool trailer showing us some more of the toy animatronics. Mangle in particular, I'm very excited about. They look really cool. Some really big scenes were revealed in there, like Faz Fest, which I have talked about in the past. But now getting to actually see it is awesome. Toy Freddy there at a big festival full of a crowd of people, which is gonna be really interesting to see. We also saw William Afton returning in this movie. Seems like there's gonna be some flashback scenes with William and Vanessa, and they're going to be, I guess, returning to the pizzeria to see the animatronics as well. But yeah, insane trailer. I think it looks super good. I'm super excited for it. There were also some new characters shown in this. There seems to be Wayne Knight in this movie, who you probably know from Jurassic Park, as well as McKenna Grace from Crash and Bernstein, and some more notable things as well. There was also another person in there. I don't know the actor exactly, but I do believe that's a new character too. Very exciting if you're a big fan of any of those actors, although it does seem like they might not survive the movie. Along with this trailer, Jason Blum also told us that this movie is going to be exclusive to theaters. And this is very exciting. This shows that they are fully committed to this movie. If you don't know, the previous movie released on Peacock as well as in theaters. So on streaming, people didn't have to go to the theaters to watch it. And now that it is going to be exclusively in theaters, definitely, in my opinion, increases the chances of future films, because I assume this will lead to a lot more revenue made. And I also assume with this confidence, they're probably going to be doing a lot more advertising for the movie as well. The original movie, we got some really cool advertising, like Blaze Pizza had some FNaF pizza boxes in Canada. Insomnia Cookies had FNaF stuff. There was the little thing at Universal Studios with the animatronics there. Some stuff like that. And I think we're going to be getting a lot more of that for the second movie. Hopefully a full attraction at Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights. maybe a permanent thing, who knows? Maybe a collab with a bigger pizza brand like Domino's. I don't know, but I do think we're going to be getting a bunch of stuff for this movie. I assume we're also going to be getting popcorn buckets. A lot of movies have been doing that recently. It would be really cool if we got one of like the Puppets box or the cupcake or something like that. I don't know. We will get more information as time goes on, and I am very excited to see more of this movie. Now, speaking of the FNaF 2 characters, we have gotten a better look at Funko's FNaF 2 line of pop figures featuring the Withered animatronics and Mangle. I did show these guys off in my last news video, but it was a much lower quality image. You can see a lot more details here, you know, with Freddy especially. Seems like a pretty cool wave of pop figures. And some really exciting Funko news here from Scarlet Joker on Twitter is that apparently we're going to be getting pop figures of Glitch Trap, Scrap Baby, Vanny, and DJ Music Man. I'm pretty excited about all of these. You know, Glitch Trap will be a pretty cool one to get a pop figure of. Scrap Baby, I'm really excited for. We don't have much merch of Scrap Baby, and it's one of my favorite characters. Really cool design in my opinion. So really excited for that pop figure. Vanny could be kind of cool. And DJ Music Man is gonna be awesome. We don't have a single piece of DJ Music Man merch yet. The only thing we have Music Man related is the little wind-up Music Man on 8-Bit Ryan's figure. So a DJ Music Man pop figure, I'm so excited for. That's gonna be so cool. I cannot wait to see what these guys look like. On to Hex, they have recently revealed an image showing us a Jackie plush, which looks pretty cool. I don't really know when this is gonna be releasing. I assume around the time of Secret of the Mimic, but it looks really good. They have also told us they're going to try to have Jackie's box. We don't really know, but the plushie looks really cool. It's gonna have like posable arms similar to the puppet and Mangle as well. I like it. Delco also showed us the Chocolate Bonnie plushie that's going to be releasing, which looks pretty cool. It's based off of Chocolate Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's AR, and it's actually going to be scented to smell like chocolate. If you're a really big TNT Muffin fan, you might have already known about this since Delco told me on one of my streams, but I wasn't allowed to talk about it in like news videos, so now I can. I'm pretty excited for that, honestly. I miss FNaF AR. As bad as the game was, it was cool. And along with that, they're also going to be doing Joy of Creation stuff. They showed us this image of Ignited Freddy as a Hex plush, which looks pretty cool. Lots of detail on there. I like that a lot. This guy's going to be releasing alongside some clothes, a hoodie, and a shirt. The shirt looks awesome. I really like the design of that. Pretty gnarly. There's also going to be this keychain and this pin. The keychain's like two separate parts that shows like Ignited Foxy split in half, and the pin opens up to show Ignited Freddy's endoskeleton underneath, I think. I can't really see from here. And by the way, for anyone in Japan or traveling to Japan soon, there is currently a pop-up store there in Tokyo that will be open until the 20th of this month. And then it's going to be opening back up in Osaka this time from May 10th to May 18th. So if you're in Japan any of those days, or you know, if you live there, you can go get some cool FNaF merch there. There's also apparently character panels and a photo spot to take pictures, which sounds kind of cool. But that's all the news I'm going to be talking about today. So if you want to subscribe, you can click the button on top of my head. If you want to watch one of my last news videos, you can click that button over there. And if you want to see some other video I made, you can click that button over there. And I'll see you when we get some more news on the FNaF 2 movie.